is Marianah Lourens with Art and Entertainment. Ja, Marianah Lourens met Kuns en Vermaak. We will cross over to our interview venue with some interesting guests. And I am here at the rehearsal venue for the Afrikaans play, Die Roadtrip. Hallo julle.
Hallo.
Ons kan maar so 'n bietjie groet in Afrikaans en dan kan ons verder gaan so 'n bietjie Engels, so 'n bietjie Afrikaans vir die wat nou daar buite nie ons Afrikaans verstaan nie. But the Roadtrip is a play and it's being done by Peer Art. It's the Afrikaans theatre. It's 70 years old this year. And we are quite proud of our theatre life. And our Afrikaans theatre life here in Nelson Mandela Bay. I don't know if I should say Port Elizabeth of Tebega. Hello, Emercia.
Hi, Marianah.
Nice to see you again. We've chatted so many times.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful to be together again for a change because this COVID has really put paid to visits and all sorts of things.
Definitely, we missed out a lot last year.
Indeed, we did. And then Cobus. Hello, Cobus.
Hi, Marianah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's so nice to see you again because, I mean, we've been on stage together and off stage together at all sorts of functions, but not for some time.
Exactly, it's been a few years actually.
It's been a few years, yes. You know, COVID is now really running into years. Never mind, last year. And Frans, is it François? Frans?
Dis Frans.
It's Frans. Dis Frans.
Frans
van der Merwe en van der Merwe natuurlik.
So Afrikaans is wat kan.
So Afrikaans wat kan kom kyk, ek was 'n van Sail. So 'n van der Merwe en 'n van Sail. Kyk, ons is Afrikaans. De Lange ook. En eintlik is Lombard ook maar taamlik Afrikaans.
Redelik.
Ja. But now please, where do we begin with Die Roadtrip? Dit klink gesellig, dit klink soos 'n lekker rytjie wat gaan plaasvind. Hey, what's going to happen? Let me start with our director, Emercia.
Marianah, Die Roadtrip is 'n relatief nuwe stuk. Hy is in 2018 geskryf en ook in 2018 by KAKNK Oudtshoorn opgevoer. Dit is vir Piat ook 'n eerste om net 'n eenbedryf te doen, maar natuurlik kombineer ons hom heerlik met 'n wynproef vooraf en dis in 'n restaurant so die mense kan eet. So dit gaan 'n lekker vol aand wees. Dit gaan oor twee ou universiteitsvriende wat nou op 'n roadtrip gaan en hoe hulle dalk ontdek dat hulle half so 'n bietjie in verskillende rigtings gegroei het, uitmekaar gegroei het, maar die hele komedie is juis om dit gebou. Baie goeie komedie.
Okay, so what you say, it's a one-act play, but we're going to have some wine and so on before the time, and is there going to be an interval?
No, the
interval. So
doors open at 6, then there's a wine tasting from 6:30 till 8. It's a wine tasting and you can have your meal on the restaurant menu. And then at 8 o'clock the show starts. It's a 70-minute show. It's a two-man show. It's also something quite new for Piat because we normally do quite big casting. This one is definitely going to be a hit, I think.
I think it's going to be a hit. It's got to be a hit. We haven't had an Afrikaans one for so long.
If it's Piat, it's definitely.
It's a hit, absolutely. And Cobus, yes.
Yes.
Perhaps you would tell us a little bit without giving the story away about your character.
Well, he's got a very long name. I'm going to keep it for the people to actually hear it firsthand. I'm not going to say who I am,
stage,
but
okay.
I'm there. I was very happily married. I think that says a lot.
You were. It's past tense, is it?
I was, and yes, I were.
I mean, you were happily married, but are you still happily married when you go on this road trip?
Not really.
You married, maybe not happily.
No, I was married. But anyway, to make a long story short, I was happily married, and I've got my friend who's accompanying me on this road trip.
A guy friend.
Yes.
A mate.
Yes, which is Frans. He plays the other character.
He plays the other
Yes.
character and he's your buddy.
He's my buddy. A buddy for a number of years. And the conversation covers a lot of aspects of life and things that happen in one's life. as I say, I'm not going to give away too much.
Not going to give away the little saucy bits,
Though,
right?
yes, there are some saucy bits.
Yeah, well, always. I mean, isn't there? And now, Frans, your character, is it also, first of all, the name, is it also so long and unpronounceable?
No,
or-
I've got like my personal name. It's a very Afrikaans name, so the people can come and listen to that. But yeah, so I'm the still happily married with children, mid-40s guy that is now uptight. And we're going on this trip with my best mate from varsity. And like Cobus mentioned, is we relive our friendship over the last 20 years, what we've done. And as I think many people will relate with this, because you've been young, you've done certain things in your younger days, and then life happened with all of us. And that's interesting. So I think really I can relate to this. It's so easy for me to play those roles. I can relate to my character quite nicely.
Because in real life, you have a similar setup?
Very similar. I don't even have to learn my words. I can just repeat what's happening in my house.
Like,
every
yes,
day.
dear.
Yeah.
But actually, it wasn't so much of yes, dear, and that's why the two of you went. And are the two of you quite disgruntled now on your trip?
Well, there's I think there's
Life
up and
at
downs.
home. Let's not say married life, disgruntled with married life. Let's say with your lives at home.
Women play a large part of the
Conversation.
of the conversation and the backstory, without giving away too much.
Way
once
too
again,
much.
yes.
Yes. Have you seen each other over this 20 years, or did you become a little bit estranged from one another? Now you have a lot of catching up to do.
We've seen each other often, but I think it's been the more you see people, sometimes you grow distant in many ways, and I think that is part of the connection that Frans was talking about, reliving and also rediscovering who you are and where you go in life.
What you've become.
Exactly, and how life actually throws you a lot of interesting things along the way, and how you can actually and have to deal with it.
Have to deal with it.
With women.
So there's so I suppose, Emercia, they are actually their discussions are females at large, as well as the specific females in their lives.
Ja, groot deel daarvan, ja.
Yeah. Do they actually make us look good?
Sometimes yes, and sometimes not.
Not so good. Yes. So that's when we want to wring their necks, kind of things. If we could eavesdrop, if we were just sitting behind the seat and listening,
No, I
would
think...
we feel like every now and again giving them a clap?
No, I think in general, guys, you don't... You make the women look good.
Ons praat dan nie lelik van vrouens.
Ek is so bly om dit te hoor.
Nee, dit is
That
alles
is so nice.
goedhartig, is alles goedhartig en ons is positief.
Okay, so you're very positive and you are actually, I know you don't want to give away too much.
At first, Francis' character is sort of not so happy with his wife, but then later on, he discovers things and he find out why she act like she's been acting over the last few weeks. And that is very surprising why, and it's a good outcome at the end.
And it turns.
Yes.
So there's actually a versatile conversation going on.
And there's also a lesson. Don't just think it's what you think.
So it's the one act play with the lesson.
Yeah, I think there's
And all men should actually perhaps go and see it
well, all men and women will really, really enjoy this.
and relate.
this
as
play.
you
I think
said,
that's the main
Frans,
thing
you
is
said they-
people will definitely relate to this piece. There's aspects in all of our lives, and all of us goes through certain phases, friendship, then marriage, etc., etc. So I really think that both men and women will relate to this and will enjoy it, because really we start in the beginning in sort of a stress situation, and as the trip prolongs, we relax and go back to that roots. Why are we friends? And why are we married? And why do we love each other? And those kind of things. So,
Actually, everything comes full circle at the end of the day, which is life. Beginning, middle, and end. And this is actually very much the theme in a way as well.
And I think we've all been there. Either we've come from a childhood where we were a big family or a small family. We've got a mom and a dad. And so, the lives of the children are affected. And so we can relate, even those people who are not married. They'll be able to relate because maybe they can see something of their own future.
No, definitely.
Yes.
And it's dead funny. It's really, people are gonna laugh themselves sick. It's we really enjoyed playing this. So yeah, it's really funny.
Ja.
People will enjoy this.
Okay. Maar nou Emercia, om die nou by mekaar te kry in hierdie COVID tyd. Ek het so baie mense wat regtig waar dit baie moeilik vind hierdie tyd, akteurs en musikante veral, wat altyd gigs gedoen het, nou is daar nie gigs nie, daar's nie musicals nie, en veral die professionele mense in die bedryf, die opvoerbedryf, en is moeilik om dinge te laat gebeur, want eers het ons 'n hard lockdown gehad, en niemand mag nêrens heen gegaan het, ons mag nie eens kerk toe gegaan het nie, en toe gebeur het nou bietjie meer ontspanne, raak ons bietjie meer ontspanne, en the rules were relaxed, toe kan ons nou weer by mekaar kom 50 mense op 'n slag, en toe 100 mense op 'n slag, en nou is ons darm waar ons kan 'n show doen.
Ja, kyk, dit is vir die jaar baie sleg. Ons is 70 hierdie jaar, soos wij van tevore gesê het. Ons het regtig groot planne gehad vir ons fees 4 jaar. En van die goed moes ons eenvoudig laat gaan weens getalle. Maar dis wat hierdie stuk heerlik maak. Repetisies is baie makliker, want dit is net die regisseur en 2 spelers, so dis nie 'n klomp mense nie. En ons is in 'n lieflike lokaal wat hy aangebied word. Ons vat hom na die Music Kitchen toe, wat ook heeltemal 'n eerste is vir ons, sowel as vir Music Kitchen. Hulle het gewoonlik net musiekopvoerings daar, en teater is die eerste keer wat hulle hom daar aanbied, maar dit gaan perfek werk met die kombinasie van die wynproe en dan die ete saam en dan die vertoning kyk.
Ja.
En die stuk is so maklik om te kan uitneem na 'n ander verhoog toe. Ons gaan met hom toer na ons klaar is in ons PE run, vat ons hom na die plattelandse dorpies toe, so skakel ons die van julle wat ons wil hê, ons het klaar 'n paar datums vasgemaak daar.
Wonderlik, en praat van die Music Kitchen, dis so 'n lekker venue, is baie gesellig, die lekker tafels, lekker ontspanne, en dit is lekker, regtig waar lekker daar.
Lekker kuieratmosfeer.
Lekker kuieratmosfeer, en die lekker wynproe wat voor die tyd gaan plaasvind, en natuurlik daar kan hulle ook lekker kossies bestel.
Correct.
Ja, hulle
Ja,
spyskaart is
ja.
oop vir die aand daar. Die wyn wat geproe word, sal ook beskikbaar wees vir jou tafel daardie aand, of vir bestellings om huis toe te neem. Daar is gelukkige trekkings elke aand, en daar's 'n verwelkomingsdrankie as jy daar aankom, so daar's baie om na uit te
So dis
sien.
lucky draws wat jy van
Daar's sy lucky
Not
draws.
drawers.
Welcoming drink,
Draws.
lucky draws. Lots to looking forward to.
And it is in Newton Park, 69 Mangold Street, so it's so easy to find, and there's parking across the road, lots of parking. En dit is meer as een aand, dit is 2 aande.
Friday 11th and Saturday 12th of June.
So where are you planning to go touring?
We got 2 towns that's already fixed the date. Potensi we're definitely going. Hubertina we're going. Kirkwood we just need to finalize the date. And there's Prince Albert.
There's a possibility for Prince Albert as well in the Western Cape. There's a very nice venue there, the showroom, which we still need to obviously book that.
The world is your oyster.
Because it's a 2-man show, it's easy to travel with.
Yeah.
And it actually ties in, it's a road trip every time to the venue.
Indeed. And what kind of vehicle are you driving?
Well, that's
As
a
jy
big
nou-
surprise.
As jy nou
isn't it?
ry.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
a
I think
surprise?
we're spending a lot of, on the show itself, we're spending a lot of time on building a car, which we will use, which I think is going to be a 3rd character, which will really contribute to the success of the story. And that thing will travel with us. I don't know if we can travel in it.
No, we'll definitely can't travel it.
But we'll travel with
So
that.
dit gaan soos 'n Herbie wees. Die kar gaan ook 'n karakter
Ja.
hê.
Correct,
Ja. Nou ons het 5 minute oor van ons tyd. Wat ek nou vir elke een van julle afsonderlik gaan vra is, hoe het jy in teater beland? Emercia, eerste vir jou.
Dis 'n verskriklike lang storie. My ma was in teater, dis die jare voor televisie. So as klein dogtertjie het ek saam met haar woorde geleer. En toe het ek in Port Elizabeth by ons kerk se 25-jarige feesviering het ons toe besluit om 'n toneelstuk te doen. En daarna het ek audisies gesien in die koerant en gegaan vir die audisies en ja, dis 'n lang storie, maar ek is by Piaat betrokke sedert 2002 en het al 16 twee bedrywe myself op die verhoog deurgebring.
Ja, wonderlik, lekker. En ek het self so 'n sagte plekkie vir Piaat wat in 1973 was ek in toneel by Piaat hierso in die baai.
Yes.
En ja, so daai mense amper almal is nie meer met ons nie wat ek mee saam op verhoog was.
Ja.
En mens mis hulle natuurlik. Ja, en amper almal sê hulle in die kerk. Jy het gesê julle kerk se toneelgeselskap of toneel, daar was kerktoneel gewees.
Ja.
En party van die jong mense sê almal ja, they were in the church choir and they were in, and their grandma pulled them into the church choir and they played a music instrument in the church band. En wat van jou, Cobus? Hoe het jy beland in toneel?
Spesifiek toneel.
Of op die verhoog?
Op die verhoog. Ag, ek het natuurlik almal het maar in hulle hoërskool daar maar hier en daar maar 'n dingetjie gedoen op die verhoog. Maar met Piaat, ek het die Facebookblad het ek gelike, soos hulle sal sê. En ek dink dit was in 2013 gewees wat ek gesien daar is audisies en ek het gevoel ek het niks om te verloor nie, kom ek gaan lees daarvoor. En ja, ek was suksesvol geweest, 'n klein rolletjie gehad. Maar dit was heel meer as genoeg geweest. En ek het elke jaar sedert dan het ek daar deelgeneem behalwe, ek dink dit was in 2018. So ek was betrokke natuurlik het ons COVID gehad.
Ja, natuurlik.
En nog steeds, ons is nog steeds COVID.
So ons nie meer op die verhoog eers saam is nie, want ek was ook saam met jou in party van daai.
Presies, so dit was, en dit is 'n heerlike ondervinding, lekker mense, dit is 'n ontsnapping, dit is wat dit is, verhoog is ontsnapping, jy kan iemand anders wees vir 'n uur of 2 en van die wêreld vergeet, so ja, geniet dit baie.
En natuurlik Emercia en ek, ons het al 'n 2-man show gedoen onsself, né?
Dit is korrek,
ja. Dit is 'n hele ruk gelede. En wat van jou, Frans? Hoe het jy hier beland?
Ja, my storie is maar baie dieselfde. Ek het ook by ons kerk Impetus het ons 'n paar produksies gehad waarna ek gespeel het. En 2019 het ons 'n Cederval en Waterkloof opgevoer wat iemand vir my gekontak het om te vra maar wil ek nie gaan audisie nie.
The rest is history.
Ek geniet dit vreeslik. Soos Cobus gesê, dis 'n bietjie van 'n breek van jou normale doen en late. Dit is heeltemal anders as jou day job en jy kan iemand anders wees.
Inderdaad, en ons het weer vandag, vroeër het ek ook 'n onderhoud gehad met jong mense wat hulle sê, die jong mense sê, art is therapeutic. Acting, making music, singing is therapeutic. En dit is definitief 'n beste terapie wat daar is, vir as jy miskien down is, dit beur jou op, en so aan. Maar laat ons nou hier so gou kom by die kaartjies, dis by Westway Café.
Ja, by Westway of by die akteurs of by enige van die bestuur of direk by my. Ek sal voorstel almal gaan like ons Facebookblad, daar gaan jy ook al die inligting kry, kontak ons daardeur. Ons wil verkieslik nie by die deur nie, want ons moet vooraf gereed maak vir 'n aantal vir die wynproe onthaalwe. So ons wil baie graag ons kaartjies vooruit verkoop.
Die Roadtrip op Facebook, gaan maar na die Roadtrip toe.
Nee, ATKV Piaat.
Ek is seker daarvan, ek het in die Roadtrip gegaan op Facebook en ek het julle gevind.
O, dalk het as jy die Roadtrip insit, kom hy dalk ATKV Piaat op.
Korrek, ja.
Ja,
kan wees.
Dis ATKV Piaat of die Roadtrip of albei wat jy kan, maar voor jy nog die hele naam ingetik het, dan kom dit op. En jou telefoonnommer, Emercia, asseblief?
082 632 4858.
En natuurlik die Westway Café is in Lewertjiestraat in Cotswold. Ja, Lewertjie Street, Cotswold, for your tickets, and please, will all the English speaking people also come? There's going to be a lot of humor. It is going to be so funny. Piaat always have amazing comedy.
We had in the past English people attending saying that they don't really understand Afrikaans, but they so enjoyed the play. And I think this will be the case as well.
And you can't miss the gist, right? You can't miss the gist of it. You got the gist of it. So thank you so much that we can actually chat about it, because 11th and 12th of June, it's around the corner, and we're going to enjoy that show so much. Thank you, Emercia.
Thanks, Marianah. Thanks for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
Cobus.
Thank you, Marianah.
And thank you, Frans.
Only my pleasure.
And it's time for me, Marianah Lourens, and Art and Entertainment to say goodbye. Ja, Marianah Lourens en Kuns en Vermaak wat nou moet groet met Arrivari.